From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Wednesday morning. Right now you're taking a live, beautiful look at Yakima. Those watercolors up in the sky with the sunrise this morning. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. Right now temperatures feeling pretty good out there. 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 50s up in the mountains. Your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations by 8 this morning, 60s and 70s. By lunchtime, low to mid 80s. And then at the peak of daytime heating, I think the Kittitas Valley will probably stay stuck in the 80s, but the rest of us should be in the low to mid 90s. Pretty seasonal stuff for this time of the year. So the bottom line for the forecast, staying seasonal for today, tomorrow, and Friday. A little bit cooler for this weekend. It's going to feel nice for the water follies, but then we'll heat it back up for next week. Also tracking these little shower and thunderstorm chances in the mountains in the Kittitas Valley for Monday and Tuesday. So vested interest in this, also vested interest in the weekend forecast. We'll talk about all of it coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a shooting at a city park now has detectives searching for answers. Coming up, what police are looking for and how you can help.
And big changes are coming to a popular Richland shopping center, why new cameras are going up in the parking lot this week.
And it's 20 miles of parks and trails, but not everyone feels safe on Yakima's Greenway. What police and city leaders are doing about it. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, and big news out of Yakima that we're starting with this morning.
And we're starting with a crime alert. We're learning one man is dead after a shooting at a Yakima park.
Yakima police are asking now for your help as they search for whoever pulled that trigger. It all happened just last night at Miller Park. Officers found a 35-year-old man with a gunshot wound just after 6:25 p.m. Despite life-saving efforts by first responders, that man did not survive.
Now authorities are looking to the public for help and are asking anybody with information to come forward and call detectives using the number that you see on your screen.
You can also leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers of Yakima County if you have any information. And at 5:02, staying in Yakima this morning, when it comes to the Yakima Greenway, some say that the path is perfectly fine and safe. Others don't feel the same. Apple Valley News Now's Natalie Keller tells us what residents and officials are saying about the issue on the Greenway.
The 20 miles of paths and parks that run along the Yakima River have been a city staple for 40 years. But with what some see as an uptick of homeless individuals and fires along the Yakima Greenway, they have some reservations about it. This Yakima resident says she still comes to the path and brings her kids, but she wouldn't necessarily come here late at night.
The Greenway at its base is a really great trail system, and it unfortunately gets a bad reputation and a lot of traffic that sometimes makes it feel a little less than family friendly.
The Yakima Police Department tells me that it sees the issue a little bit differently. They tell me that they see the Greenway as a pretty safe area of the city.
I think the number one thing is messaging, is not letting a message that's just simply untrue that the Greenway is unsafe exist. We're out here to prove otherwise.
Janice says that in recent years, the department has been reinvesting its resources into patrolling the Greenway on bikes. According to the department, on a 23-mile ride last week, multiple people were arrested for alleged crimes, including open-air drug use.
Just like anywhere else in the world, things can happen, but be vigilant, be safe.
Connor Hopkins, the executive director of the Greenway Foundation, says that while there's been an uptick of fires in the area over the last decade, he thinks it's safe for the community.
And the more our community stands up as a whole, and that's our city leaders, our county leaders, people when they vote, volunteers, if everyone stands up and says that we value green space, we value recreation, when we value quality of life in our community, I think we're going to see a much more positive turn.
Hopkins also says he encourages people who are critical of the Greenway to get involved by providing feedback to the foundation and city officials. From Yakima, Natalie Keller, Apple Valley News Now.
And Officer Janice encourages people who feel that the path is unsafe to check it out for themselves and try visiting it in a group. Moving to Richland now, where mobile security cameras are coming to 3 public locations in order to help deter crime.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells you where and why the cameras are being installed.
The city of Richland plans to make a security upgrade to the Uptown Shopping Center this week by installing mobile security cameras in its parking lot. The cameras are being put up to deter criminal activities such as theft, illegal dumping, and street racing. One business owner in the Uptown Shopping Center believes the cameras will help keep the area safe.
I like it. I think it's smart of the city, and it's good for the community and the shoppers, the public, the business owners that are always down here. I think it's a really wise decision to add more protection and security for all of us.
The parking lot is one of 3 locations that will be getting the new cameras under the Mobile Security Pilot Program, which also includes Claybell and Badger Mountain Community Parks. The cameras are solar-powered and portable, allowing the city to move them to different locations if needed.
The intent of these units is that they're mobile, and so we can deploy them in various areas throughout the city. Based off our current analysis, we think that these 2 parks and the Uptown Shopping Center would be a good place to start.
Once up and running, the cameras will provide 24-hour surveillance in each location. Footage will automatically delete after 30 days unless if needed for an investigation. Amundsen says security footage will not be automatically released to the public, but it is possible for members of the public to request access.
We have a public records request process, and this footage would be made available to anyone that would request footage, and they would simply follow that process, which is outlined on the city website.
Amundsen says that the mobile cameras are still being shipped, but that they will be installed as soon as the city receives them. Reporting from Richland, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And the Richland Police Department will be taking the lead on reviewing the footage.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Honestly, a little surprised that they didn't have some of this put into place already.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it'll be good.
Safety first.
For the community.
Absolutely. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A chilling case nearing its end. Brian Koberger expected to spend the rest of his life behind bars after admitting to the brutal murders of 4 Idaho college students. An emotional day ahead as he is sentenced.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Prepare yourselves for one of the greatest Motown and R&B artists of all time. The Commodores are coming to the Tri-Cities July 26th. With 75 million albums sold, this legendary group will bring the funk to the Hapo Center with favorites like Brick House, Night Shift, and many more. Go to CommodoresLive.com and get your tickets now. Don't miss this opportunity to see the legendary Commodores live.
Expand your access to library services with the Great Rivers Library Partnership. Get a library card at the following participating libraries. Get your Mid-Columbia Libraries card and unlock access to over 350,000 books across 12 locations. High-quality programs like author visits, performers, and special events, and more. Plus, no late fines. Visit a Mid-Columbia Libraries branch near you for more information, or visit midcolumbialibraries.org/reciprocal.
What makes NIU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard, I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life because if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question, I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Go to NewYouWomen'sClinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
We're back, baby.
Yes.
Grandma,
he smells really good.
Name something your mate's booty has in common with the basketball.
It bounces.
Celebrity Family Feud, new Thursday on ABC.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It feels pretty comfortable out there, a little bit cooler in Kittitas County, especially in Ellensburg, 51 degrees, 54 up towards the pass, but mid 60s in Vantage. In the Yakima Valley, a mixture of 50s and 60s, 54 for Yakima, 62 for Union Gap. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also a mixture of 50s and 60s, 56 for the Tri-Cities and 60 for Benton City. Then in the Blue Foothills, same spread of temperatures, 59 for Walla Walla, 64 for Milton Freewater, 40s and 50s up in the higher terrain of the Blues. And in terms of your coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities, probably won't need a coat past 8 this morning, as it looks to be a pretty seasonal day for late July. So for today, for lower elevations, we're going to end up in the low to mid 90s. Lots of sunshine across the map. Could be some very light haze up in the skies, just like with yesterday. We'll show you that with future cast upper level wildfire smoke. Wherever you see this gray color, that indicates light upper level wildfire smoke. So as we put this into motion, it's just going to be a whole bunch of that throughout the course of the day. But for tomorrow, as the winds start to pick up, we start to see some partial clearing on the backside of this mass, and that will continue as the day progresses and as the winds pick up. Speaking of the winds, not really that big of a factor for today, but again, they will be for tomorrow. I'll tell you just how strong they could be. I'll show you sort of the up and down nature to our high temperatures of the next 7 days. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 12 minutes after 5 and taking a look at your national headlines this morning. Bryan Kohberger is expected to be sentenced to life in prison 4 times over today.
The former criminology student pleaded guilty earlier this month, avoiding the death penalty for the 2022 killings of 4 University of Idaho students.
Victims' families are also preparing to face him in court today. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
Bryan Kohberger is expected to be sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences today after admitting to killing 4 University of Idaho students at this off-campus house in 2022. As he awaits his fate, new video shows his family after visiting him in jail. And overnight, a line was already forming outside the Ada County Courthouse. Kohberger, a former PhD criminology student, pleaded guilty to the murders earlier this month, taking the death penalty off the table.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes. While some families say the deal brought them closure, others opposed it, including the family of Kaylee Gonzalez, who accused prosecutors of making a deal with the devil. Kohberger's motive remains a mystery. The victims' families will get the chance to address Kohberger in court today.
We've gone all this time not knowing the details, and we really want those details.
Kohberger will get the chance to speak today, but it's not required.
The judge can compel Kohberger to admit his guilt. He also can ask him additional questions if the judge feels as though it's warranted. Now, we know that the family is looking for a lot of answers, such as motive and other things. Those are not typically things that they will find out at this type of hearing.
Once he's sentenced, he'll likely be sent to this Idaho prison, which can hold 535 of the most dangerous and volatile inmates. Some spend 23 hours per day in a cell. Prison officials say inmates serving life sentences are often the easiest to manage because they know the prison is and always will be their home.
And we also, as he was mentioning, we do expect to hear from the families. The family of Ethan Chapin has said that they probably won't speak today. Everyone has the opportunity but doesn't have to take it. We're also hearing that the victims' 2 roommates who survived may also speak at today's sentencing. They're saying this could possibly last even into tomorrow.
And you can tune into Apple Valley News Now at 5 and 6 and also our website for continuing coverage on this case.
Yeah, it's expected to get started this morning at 8 a.m.
All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colberth will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It really does look like a watercolor painting outside.
It's beautiful. A little cotton candy sky.
Yeah. Keep it here. We'll be right back after the break.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
The pursuit of happiness starts with a good night's sleep.
It's your patriotic right to get fantastic savings on premium quality mattress sets.
We source from local manufacturers to get the finest quality and comfort at the lowest price.
During our Patriot Sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like $3.99 for a queen-size Sealy plush mattress.
Or an adjustable bed for $9.99.
To celebrate, come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot Sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Right now, US Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a rugged new Toyota Tacoma for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel. With impressive towing capability for any size to-do list. Like building a house.
A 2-story brick colonial.
Or hauling that boat to the lake.
What?
That's actually on my to-do list.
Oh.
Lease a 2025 F-150 XTX Super Crew 4x4 for $349 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's going to be a beautiful day out there, lots of sunshine across the map, and high temperatures will be normal for this time of the year. That means low to mid 90s for lower elevations, 70s up in the Cascades. It's going to be 70s and 80s in the Blues. Winds are going to be light once again, at least for most spots. No, after 2 p.m. could be a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley and in the Morrow County foothills and up in the Cascades. But elsewhere, light winds. Then for tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows will be mild. It's going to be in the 60s for the valleys, basin, and foothills, 40s and 50s in the Cascades, and 50s and 60s in the Blues. For tomorrow, a little bit hotter, a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Still low 90s in the Kittitas Valley, but mid 90s in the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 90s in the lower Columbia Basin. We're going to be within a stone's throw of 100 degrees for the Hanford site, and the mid 90s for the foothills, 70s and 80s in our higher terrain. Wind gusts are going to be much more of a factor for tomorrow. Could be a little bit breezy to start the day, but they'll really ramp up after 2 p.m. You can see across the map we'll have to deal with breezy or windy conditions, but especially windy in the Kittitas Valley and the Morrow County foothills. You see, we always look at this wind gust forecast in Hermiston kind of as a litmus test to what our fire danger is going to be. So if this starts to come in closer to 35, 40 miles per hour for tomorrow, we might have to go with the first alert weather day, especially given that the vegetation is going to be critically dry. So sort of on the bubble when it comes to that, but the winds picking up as high temperatures going down into this weekend. Going to be pleasant weather for the water follies. Then we'll heat it back up into the beginning of next week. Not only trending a little bit hotter for next week, but also these little shower and thunderstorm chances for the mountains in the Kittitas Valley for Monday and Tuesday. So we'll keep a very close eye on that lightning potential. Here is 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mid 90s through Friday, around 90 this weekend, then heating back up next week. In Yakima, hot and dry over the next week, but thankfully a little bit cooler on Saturday and Sunday. In Ellensburg, winds picking up on Thursday and Friday. Watch the fire start potential closely, also keeping a close eye on thunderstorm chances for early next week. In Hermiston, mid-90s over the next few days, low 90s this weekend, and the heat is back on next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, a hot and dry forecast over the next week with some breezy weather in the mix for Thursday through Saturday.
And Josh, I'm surprised it's not, gloomy outside because the world did lose a rock legend recently.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. But no, it's pretty out there. Maybe it's, this rock legend that's sending a sign through the clouds, right?
That pretty cotton candy sky from Ozzy. You think that's happening?
Is that a song?
Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that was a Black Sabbath song. I don't know.
That's
I haven't
fine
listened
because
to all
we
their
have more coming up. And coming up next, you'll see right here. There it is, the godfather of metal, a reality TV dad, a voice that defined a generation. After the break, we're going to take a look at all the fans around the world that are mourning the one and only Ozzy Osbourne, and now Josh knows too. That's coming up in your entertainment news right after the break.
We've recovered millions in over 7,000 cases. Now that's experience for you. The reason why we settle so many cases is because we put them together to go to court.
Call Allen Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out for an unforgettable adventure, or take a sporty sedan for a spin, all while driving with confidence. See what makes Honda the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.49% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
Did you know Tri-City Lumber Company isn't just for contractors? We're your local source for decking, railing, hardware, and more, open to everyone. For over 30 years, DIYers and homeowners have trusted us for quality materials and expert one-on-one advice. Now, under new ownership, we're making it even easier to shop local and build better. Skip the big box stores. Visit Tri-City Lumber today on Clearwater and Kennewick, or call us at 509-783-3322 today.
We've recovered millions in over 7,000 cases. Now that's experience for you. The reason why we settle so many cases is because we put them together to go to court.
Call Allen Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, heavy hearts all across the world as we say goodbye to a rock legend.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne wasn't just the Prince of Darkness. He was a force, a trailblazer who redefined music, a family man, and very resilient.
From the thunder of Black Sabbath to the chaos of reality TV, Ozzy was unapologetically himself, and that's what made him unforgettable. This morning, we're taking a look back at the life and legacy of the metal icon.
This morning, the world of music mourning the Prince of Darkness. Ozzy Osbourne's family confirming the heavy metal legend died yesterday, saying it is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. He was with his family and surrounded by love. Born in Birmingham, England, John Michael Osbourne rose to fame in the 1970s as the frontman of Black Sabbath, a band that would define heavy metal. His distinctive voice, cavalier attitude, and stage presence, often fueled by drugs and alcohol, made him an icon. But it was his solo career that cemented him as the metal madman. Osbourne bit the head off a live bat during a performance in 1982, though he later claimed he thought it was a toy. In the early 2000s, Ozzy found new fame alongside wife and manager Sharon and children Jack and Kelly on the MTV reality show The Osbournes.
I love you all. You know, man.
The family's foul-mouthed, chaotic, and loving dynamic turned them into global stars. It was in 2019 when Osbourne revealed he was living with Parkinson's disease, telling ABC's Chris Connolly about the diagnosis in 2022.
How's your mobility these days?
Not great, but I mean, I have to negotiate everywhere I'm going to go, you know. And I tire easily, but I'm well.
Ozzy never quit touring, reuniting with Black Sabbath for a farewell tour. Their final show was on July 5th, less than 3 weeks before his death. His bandmates paying tribute. Tony Iommi writing, "It's just such heartbreaking news that I can't really find the words. Rest in peace, Oz." Fans worldwide gathering outside landmarks from the Walk of Fame in Hollywood to the Ozzy statue in Birmingham, leaving flowers and blasting.
Legend.
He really was, for so many different reasons, and just that iconic voice.
I'm seeing the clips from the Osbournes show circulating on social media, and just a personality too, just so funny. Like
that show, that was funny.
Unhinged in the greatest way.
In the best way possible, yeah. I know this has really hit our producer, Kat, hard too. She was a huge Ozzy fan.
I know, so sad.
And y'all were talking earlier this morning about how celebrity deaths come in threes, and so hopefully there's not a third, but I remember when Michael Jackson died, Farrah Fawcett and Billy Mays died right after, like all within that weekend, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen this time.
Yeah, don't even put that out there, right? All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. More than 3,000 Richland residents want to shake up how their city council is elected, the proposed change, and how it could reshape your local vote.
Plus, a Pasco teacher is getting statewide recognition, not just for what she teaches, but who she's helping along the way. Coming up, the award she never expected and how she's changing lives. All those headlines and more coming up. But first, we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the head of OpenAI is sounding the alarm on an imminent fraud crisis. CEO Sam Altman is warning of more criminals using AI-generated voice clones to access bank accounts. He's calling for an overhaul of the way we get into our personal accounts. Amazon is buying an AI startup called Bee that makes a wearable device and listens to everything you say. The device can summarize your day and make to-do lists, among other features. The deal is not final, but employees at Bee have reportedly been offered to join Amazon. And finally, another recharging option for Honda Prologue and Acura ZDX owners. They can now use Tesla superchargers after buying an approved adapter for $225. Analysts say the arrangement lays the groundwork for future models to use Tesla chargers as well. Hopefully these chargers aren't on any dead-end streets with no outlet. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Clogged gutters can cause big problems fast. Until now. Call 833 Leaf Filter today for your free gutter inspection.
I've had terrible flooding problems on my porch. Now I understand why.
Right now, Leaf Filter is offering a free inspection on your schedule. Leaf Filter is a permanent gutter solution, so you never have to worry about costly damage from clogged gutters again.
Call us today and schedule your free inspection.
To schedule your free inspection, call 833 Leaf Filter today or visit leaffilter.com.
James, you're a veteran and household chef and student. You're an Ander. National University supports the whole you so you can focus on what's right in front of you. National University, supporting the whole you.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Unstoppable with Odor Blocker, and it keeps our clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today.
She smells so good, I'm actually paying attention.
Smell Unstoppable.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Okay, I can't get over the watercolor painting sky this morning. It's just so, just beautiful.
Yeah, that's one of the silver linings to have haze up in having haze up in the skies. Like, obviously we don't want to see any wildfires out there, but a caveat is that it puts more particulates up in the air, and the sun's rays kind of reflect and refract off that, so you get watercolor
thank
stuff
God
in the
for
skies.
sun's rays.
Yeah,
for not the haze, but kind of.
Yeah, silver lining, like we said.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of, well, silver's not currency, but U.S. dollars are, and so the jackpot now up to 100 U.S. dollars, as yesterday went with forecast high of 89 in Pasco Tri-Cities, and verified at 89, so the jackpot did go up. So for today, forecast high of 94 in Pasco Tri-Cities, definitely a little bit hotter. So if it verifies between 91 to 97, the jackpot's going to hit 125. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalley.newsnow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now what's on your screen is a live look at Richland. It doesn't look as watercolory over here, just kind of a lot of gray up in the sky for this morning, but you can definitely pick up on some of the light haze. Thankfully, we're not seeing any big time reductions to our air quality. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the Cascades, 40s and 50s also in the Blues. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Lots of sunshine all throughout the day, going to be around 80 as soon as 10 this morning, mid-80s around lunchtime, and then mid-90s at the peak of daytime heating. So this is actually very normal for this time of the year. So all lower elevations are going to end up in the low to mid-90s. There are some portions of the lower Columbia Basin that, at least for tomorrow, could be a little bit closer to 100, but we will get to that when we get to that. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast and touch on vegetation dryness as it's trending in a direction we don't like to see. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. We begin this half hour with Your Vote, Your Voice. Richland voters could soon be seeing some big changes in how their city council is elected.
And that's because a new ballot measure would shift the city from at-large elections to district-based voting.
Yeah, so more than 3,000 residents signed a petition to get the measure on the November ballot. If it passes, 5 voting districts would be created, and all 7 council seats would be up for election in 2026.
It's a change that could reshape how neighborhoods are represented in local government.
And at 5:32 new this morning, Washington State Patrol, they are ramping up enforcement ahead of Water Follies weekend, with thousands expected in the Tri-Cities. Major traffic expected around Columbia Park. Troopers are going to be watching very closely for any dangerous driving.
That includes speeding, impaired or distracted driving, and not wearing a seatbelt. WSP will be using motorcycle troopers, also unmarked vehicles, and even aircrafts during the day and night. And drivers are also reminded to plan ahead. BFT is offering shuttle buses, and road closures are planned both Saturday and Sunday, and this is to help keep pedestrians safe and traffic moving.
A lot happening around the area this weekend.
And now turning to education news, a Pasco teacher is being recognized statewide for her work helping students navigate both school and parenthood. Jacqueline Brewster is a family and consumer sciences teacher in the Pasco School District, and she was just named the 2025 Grads Teacher of the Year, and that's by the Washington Association of Family and Consumer Sciences Educators. Now, she's been leading the Grads program at New Horizons High School for about 15 years, and she helps students who are pregnant or parenting learn real-life skills while staying on track for graduation. Her classes include everything from financial algebra to clothing design and construction. And Brewster says the award came as a total surprise.
One of my coworkers that I will be teaching with alongside next year nominated me without me knowing, and so it was a complete surprise knowing that I'd been nominated and won the award.
And starting this fall, she'll take her experience to Sageview High School, Pasco's newest comprehensive one, and there she'll continue teaching early childhood education, mental health, and tech literacy.
5:34, taking you to Kennewick now. The inaugural Washington Workplace Summit was hosted by the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce just yesterday. And Apple Valley News Now's Jay Gable was at the Three Rivers Convention Center, along with a number of local businesses, business owners, and managers.
In 2025, many employees in the workplace have more of a voice when it comes to working conditions.
and managers and supervisors oftentimes need help in navigating those requests properly. Dedicated to helping leaders enhance their office environment and team dynamics, the first ever Washington Workplace Summit brought local business leaders together to learn from experts.
Breakout conferences with speakers included various topics such as leading without losing your cool, AI-powered leadership, in-house development, mental health, and feedback.
Paul Casey is a leadership coach for Growing Forward Services. He teaches managers and local business leaders how to properly coach their employees rather than do hands-off management.
All of us have someone on our teams that is a little bit below the line and needs to get it back to the line. And so we have to have difficult conversations, and those are really hard and emotional. So I was giving them tools on how to better have those difficult conversations in a way that honors the other person and yet still says the difficult thing.
The keynote speech was done by Kate Vitasic, faculty member for graduate and executive education at the University of Tennessee. Her speech centered around trust and transparency, two factors necessary in today's workplace environment.
Trust is important because if I don't trust you, then I maybe take a step back and don't want to lean into the relationship. So I may not be my best self in the workplace. So we need to create a relationship that's founded in trust, where I'm trusting you, you're trusting me. It really creates efficiencies that we can't have when we distrust.
These kinds of techniques have a track record of success. Various case studies done on building trust with not only employees but customers have seen businesses improve their revenue, with one business doubling their revenue in just a year. The event was hosted by the Tri-Cities Chamber of Commerce, and it's a program they hope to continue to offer to help local businesses succeed. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And if you would like more information on finding techniques in your workplace, you can head to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Now, making a difference this morning, if you're thinking about adopting a pet, now could be the perfect time.
And it could help ease the pressure on local shelters.
Pet Overpopulation Prevention is teaming up with PetSmart in Kennewick for National Adoption Week, hoping to find homes for at least 50 pets.
The event runs through July 29th with adoptable cats and dogs available at the store on Canal Drive.
A recent grant from PetSmart Charities helped cover things like spay and neutering, vaccines, and microchips.
This PetSmart actually is in the top 5% of adoptions in the country. We, on average, usually adopt about 1,000 pets out of this location a year. Right now, we're a little bit behind. Seems like overall, as a country, we're struggling with adoptions.
Adoptable pets will be available at the Kennewick location from 11 to 3, and you may just meet your potential new best friend. And if you're looking for a specific best friend, keep it here, because coming up next, we're meeting a spunky young pup who's ready to find her new bestie. That's coming up in our Operation Best Friend segment. Look at her, such a cutie. Hi, guy.
And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam at Richlands Columbia Point. Now would be a great time to get out and take a walk with your fur friend if you have one. Coming up after the break, we're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He will have your first alert forecast when we come back. It's 5:38.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
The fireworks don't stop on the 4th. McCurley Subaru's Red, White, and Vroom sales event is lighting up July with explosive savings. As the largest volume Subaru dealer in the area, we've got the inventory and the deals. For the first time in a while, get low financing, like 1.9% on the 2025 Outback and Crosstrek. Don't wait. Save today and keep the Red, White, and Vroom spirit alive all July long. Only at McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Tonight, tracking dangerous heat and a tropical threat in the Gulf as the Northeast braces for more flooding. Plus, the fury from the president's supporters over the Epstein files. Key Republicans now wanting more answers. World News Tonight with David Muir is the most watched newscast in America.
Only the ESPYs brings all the greatest athletes under one roof. Celebrate the year's biggest moments in sports.
Hosted by me, Shane Gillis.
Live tonight on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a beautiful day out there. We'll have plenty of sunshine across the map and high temperatures that are going to be very normal for this time of the year. So mid-70s up towards the pass. We're going to be in the low 90s in Ellensburg. A little bit breezy up that way, gusts between 15 to 25 miles per hour. But it's going to be light winds in the Yakima Valley for today, where highs are going to be in the mid-90s. For the lower Columbia Basin, a little bit breezy up towards Connell and Odello, with gusts out of the south between 15 to 20 miles per hour. These highs are going to be in the mid-90s. And we'll see a mixture of 80s and 90s for the foothills. Also, it could be just a little bit breezy in the Morrow County foothills, gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Then for the higher terrain, the Blue Mountains will have highs in the 70s and 80s. Okay, here's today's vegetation dryness forecast. Remember, yesterday this map was mainly yellow. Today it's orange and red. Elevated dryness for the bulk of our region, and then critically dry vegetation for the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin. For tomorrow, look at what happens to the lower elevations. Now vegetation going to be critically dry. Wind gusts going to be picking up right on the threshold of a first alert weather day. So we'll keep a very close eye on that as we get more model data into the Weather Center.
.543, time for one of our favorite parts of the week. We're talking about Operation Best Friend.
And today we're introducing you to a playful pup looking for their loving home.
She's got energy, personality, and a whole lot of love to give. So here's a closer look at Ariel.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Houses, Christine Connolly Realtor, and by Manthite Group Cross Country Mortgage.
All right, our special guest today from Mikey's Chance is Ariel. She's a 7-month-old mixed breed. We think she's a Carolina mix because she has beautiful almond eyes and her ears do all sorts of crazy things. She's a parvo survivor, so we know she is fierce and committed. She's great in almost any home, good with kids. Right now she's being fostered with a 6-month-old baby. Other dogs are great once she's introduced to them. Not so sure about cats. She likes them, but almost too much because she chases them quite a bit. Super smart, catches on to things really fast. Potty trained, crate trained, loves to play. She's just a joy to be around, and she would love for you to have her forever home. She is pretty much leash trained. She's still excitable. She's only 7 months old, as I said, so she's a puppy, so she gets excited and, you know, like squirrel, squirrel, and things like that, but she loves to go out and she just loves to be with her people. She follows me around the house. She follows me wherever I go, and she will be a companion for somebody who will just love her to death. So Ariel is posted on our Mikey's Chance Facebook page. She will also be at our meet and greet, which will be at Paz on Gage Boulevard this Saturday from 11 to 1 p.m. So if she's not the dog for you, we'll also have lots of other great dogs there for you to choose from.
Cutie.
So cute. And you can take a look at our website, and we've got all the dogs listed there, the ones that haven't been adopted. So make sure you do that before you adopt.
Are you sure you don't want another one?
Not enough space in this household. Yeah.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And we are going to give you a live look outside. There it is. This is from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will be back with your full first alert forecast after the break.
During our Patriot sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like a Sealy Queen mattress for $3.99.
Come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster.
Even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
System 1 loaded.
Got a birthday coming up, celebrating a big win, or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub and DoorDash. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Jay Dalia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good Morning Northwest. Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. This is your weather segment. So today is going to be plenty of sunshine across the map, and we're going to have high temperatures that'll be normal for this time of the year. Low to mid 90s for valleys, mid 90s in the basin, and low 90s in the Blue foothills, 70s and 80s up in the mountains. Wind's not going to be that big of a factor for today. Now, after 2 p.m., it could be a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley, the Morrow County foothills, and up in the Cascades, but other than that, light winds. Tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows going to be mild with 60s for the valleys, the basin, and the foothills, and 40s and 50s in the Cascades, 50s and 60s in the Blues. For tomorrow, a touch hotter. In fact, we could be around 100 for portions of the lower Columbia Basin, especially up towards the Hanford site. I'm thinking for the Tri-Cities will stay shy of 100 degrees, but low to mid 90s in general for lower elevations, 70s up in the Cascades, 70s and 80s in the Blues. This is going to be a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Wind's going to be much more of a factor for tomorrow. Could be a little bit breezy to start off the day, but after 2 p.m., that's when they're going to ramp up. The windiest location is going to be the Morrow County foothills and the Kittitas Valley, but we're keeping a very close eye on Hermiston. This is kind of a litmus test. If the winds here start to get a little bit closer to 35, 40 miles per hour, historically that's when the fire danger goes up in the basin. And with the vegetation being critically dry, we're right on the precipice of a first alert weather day for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But the winds picking up for tomorrow as high temperatures going down into this weekend. Excellent weather for the water follies, seasonal, if not a little bit below average for this time of the year, but then we heat things back up into the beginning of next week. We'll keep the forecast dry through Sunday. Then there are these little shower and thunderstorm chances in the mountains and in the Kittitas Valley for Monday and Tuesday. We'll keep a very close eye on that lightning potential. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, mid-90s through Friday, around 90 this weekend, then heating back up next week. In Yakima, hot and dry over the next week, but thankfully a little bit cooler on Saturday and Sunday. In Ellensburg, winds picking up on Thursday and Friday. We'll watch the fire start potential closely, also keeping a close eye on a thunderstorm chance for early next week. In Hermiston, mid-90s over the next few days, low 90s this weekend, then the heat is back on next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, a hot and dry forecast over the next week with some breezy weather in the mix for Thursday through Saturday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:50. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. In Yakima, police are investigating a deadly shooting at Miller Park. A 35-year-old man was found with a gunshot wound just last night, later dying from his wounds. Detectives now asking anyone with information to come forward or even leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers.
And in Richland, new security cameras are coming to the Uptown Shopping Center and 2 local parks. The city hopes this will help curb theft, dumping, and street racing. Also, footage will be stored for about 30 days, and it can even be requested by the public.
Now, Washington State Patrol boosting enforcement as we head into Water Follies weekend. Troopers, including motorcycle units, unmarked cars, they'll all be cracking down on speeding, DUIs, distracted driving, and seatbelt violations. Do expect some slowdowns, especially near Columbia Park in Kennewick. There'll also be some planned road closures on State Route 240 during peak times as well.
Pasco school teacher Jacqueline Brewster is being honored as the 2025 Grads Teacher of the Year, and she spent 15 years helping students that are pregnant and parenting stay on track at New Horizons High School, which she will continue when she transfers to Sageview High School this fall.
And if you're looking for a furry friend, Pet Overpopulation Prevention is teaming up with Kennewick's PetSmart for National Adoption Week. Now through July 29th, you can meet adoptable cats and dogs from 11 to 3 daily. Adoption fees include spay or neuter, vaccines, and microchips. It's all thanks to a grant from PetSmart Charities.
In your national headlines this morning, President Trump has announced a new trade agreement with Japan, a deal that had seemed uncertain just weeks ago. Under the agreement, U.S. importers will now pay a 15% tariff on Japanese goods. That includes cars and auto parts. That puts Japan at a clear advantage over other automakers still facing a 25% levy. President Trump also said Japan will invest $550 billion into the U.S. economy, with the U.S. expected to receive 90% of the profits.
5:53 in your business headlines this morning. Target is changing its price match policy. The policy let customers get a refund for the price difference of a product if they found it cheaper on Amazon, Walmart, or even at a Target store within 14 days of purchase. But starting next Monday, the price match will only be valid if customers find an item for a cheaper price at Target stores or websites. The policy will no longer apply for price differences on items sold at other places like Amazon and Walmart.
In your health headlines, a new study found alarming levels of forever chemicals in a sampling of reusable menstrual pads and panties for women. Reusable feminine hygiene products are growing in popularity among women looking for more eco-friendly options. But researchers detected extremely high levels of PFAS substances, endocrine disruptors linked to serious health problems, including cancer.
Talking sports now. Transgender athletes will not be allowed to represent the U.S. at the Olympics. U.S. Olympic and Paralympic recently updated its athletic safety policy within their committees. The update does not specifically mention transgender athletes. Instead, it says its policies will comply with Executive Order 14201. That's the measure that President Donald Trump issued in February, known as the Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports Executive Order.
Trending this morning, scientists say the Earth is spinning faster this summer, and that's making some days marginally shorter.
Or making us feel wonky.
Yeah, well, that's all the time for me.
Yeah. So Thursday, July 10th, that was the shortest day of the year so far. Scientific data shows that day lasted less than 24 hours by, I'm sure you felt it, 1.36 milliseconds.
I felt it.
I think my watch was a little bit off by a few milliseconds. And there are more short days ahead. Scientists say yesterday was shorter, and August 5th will be short as well by more than 1 millisecond.
And you'll feel that one too.
Oh man. So yeah, we already don't sleep enough, and now you're going to take another millisecond away from me?
How dare you take a few milliseconds away from me? Well, the reasons for this are several, including the moon's gravitational pull and influence of the Earth's liquid core, and the discrepancy isn't enough to be noticeable to humans unless you're us.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any obvious effect on everyday life, again, unless you're us.
I didn't know the moon was such an influencer.
Needs an Instagram account.
Seriously. So this shakeup can, in the long run, affect computers, satellites, telecommunications. Some experts believe that the phenomenon could eventually lead to a scenario similar to the Y2K problem.
And that'll be a movie, or it should be, or a whole phenomenon on social media. Where we're
It'll be a thing for sure.
That was crisis averted last time. Let's just hope it's crisis averted this time.
Yeah, it's all for fun, at least.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I need my milliseconds.
Well, seriously, like, stop taking my time away.
Yeah. With this shift, no.
Oof, seriously. All right, 5:56. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. We've been talking about it. Washington State Patrol stepping up that enforcement for the weekend. It's a big weekend here in town. We're going to let you know what they're going to be watching for.
Plus a slithery stowaway caused a stir on a Chicago train. Good thing Jade was not there. And the story only gets weirder from there. The sneaky snake. More details on why it gets weird is coming up.
Was he with a pirate?
I need answers now with this. What? The pirate?
I have so many questions.
Snakes on a plane. Have you seen that, Jade? You should.
Jalal?
What's the plot?
Hard pass.
You know, I don't know. It's not in the title. Josh, what are you tracking?
All right. We have some hotter temperatures on the way. Then it gets cooler. Then it gets hotter again, kind of up and down. But I'll lay it all out coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.